of the questions was, kind of not pushing all the chips on the table. What did you kind of make of that comment by him, and what do you think he meant by it?
Yeah, I'm okay with it. I think it was the right thing to say. There was definitely a lot of pushback from some fans, some other media, but I think this is kind of what they should be leaning on right now. Again, knowing that your young foundational players kind of all took some sort of step forward within their development last season is a great sign. Like I feel like Cade, who still has some room to grow, I mean, turning into an all NBA player, Ivy taking a huge step in his shooting and reliable scoring as a number 2 guy and sometimes as a number 1. I think that was a thumbs up for them. Jalen Duren taking that next step after kind of starting off slow defensively in his first half of the season, and then second half of the year he turns it around. Like even hearing him himself say, "Yeah, like I was kind of soft and really wasn't playing how I wanted to be playing." Like he changed a lot. He worked on being able to play without fouling. Worked on his playmaking. Like that was all a great development for him. Asar, staying a stable defender, showing his impact off ball or on ball offensively, like that was huge for them. And obviously, Beef Stew kind of concluding as well with the young core as one of the better defenders in the entire NBA. Knowing that you saw all of that gradual growth from those guys should give you the confidence to want to say, yeah, right now, we don't really want to push all our chips on the table and try to make a plunge for a Devin Booker or a Giannis or any of these other huge name kind of players. Like, I understand why they don't want to do that. That makes sense because of their ability to basically play winning basketball that led them to get into the postseason. Like that's a great step forward for this team. And like at this point, you also kind of still need to learn a little bit more because a lot of what we just talked about outside of Cade Cunningham, all that improvement we saw was in a short sample time. So unfortunately, you kind of got to know a little bit more to understand what's going to be the best direction for them moving forward. So like he even kind of said it as well in that same presser. There's going to be a conversation at some point about what we're going to have to do, with the roster and the business and who stays, who goes. But as of right now, as it stands right now in this moment, I don't think there is that chip for them to push all those pieces in for. And I think it's wise for them to kind of stay patient with what they're doing, even in the open East right now. I think this is the right move.
Yeah, I do too. I know you see the same conversations I do, especially scrolling the timeline on Twitter. Like, there's been a lot of discourse in terms of running it back fans and then kind of being aggressive fans. The way I kind of took this comment from Trajan was, we're not going to push Ivy, Duran, Asar for a big splash or a big trade. We
Sure.
might push a chip. And I think what he means by chip is like a prospect or a young guy.
Right.
Which, I mean, that press conference was supposed to be about the draft. I think I heard one draft question the entire time.
Yeah.
Like, it was all about making big moves, and I get it. Trajan's stand has not really changed since he's gotten here. I mean, he said, we don't want to skip steps. I don't want to push all my chips on the table. I've talked to Tom about, what the future entails. He knows, a big move is coming eventually, but I just think where they're at right now, I think Trajan might need a little bit more information before, he does put all his chips on the table to make a big swing for a prospect. You have to remember, like, Ron Holland, Chaz Lanier, and Bobby Klitman are his guys. That's it. Like, that's all he's drafted. He doesn't have commitments to, anybody, really. I don't think he's going to trade Cade. Like, that's his franchise guy. It's these conversations can get like really debatable and toxic. Like, that's why I've been actually staying off Twitter and just enjoying my summer. I don't know about you. It's just like I open my phone and then like I see like 20 plus notifications. I was like, now what happened?
Oh, please don't even start. You'll be the one that started these conversations, throwing the Derek White bomb out there and all that. You'll be at the center of all of it. Then you just put your phone under the pillow, and just let everybody else go crazy. You ain't slick. I know you. I know you,
Okay,
man.
to be fair, I did start the Derek White stuff, and I didn't know it was going to go that far. I mean, that was a month ago. I've been behaving. I have not
That's
stirred the
true.
pot at all.
That's
I've
true.
been
That's true.
all of, I would say, June. I've been behaving. I started that end of May. I've just kind of been sitting back and relaxed. Like, if I don't stir the pot, it usually doesn't get stirred.
Yes, you done great over this last few weeks. I'm proud of you, man. But I agree with everything you just said. Like as of right now, it doesn't make sense, like I said, to push in all those pieces. He also did mention that he's not like closed off to the idea of making moves either. So while a lot of other like talking heads, like I listened to 97.1 and other areas, and they talked about, oh, the Pistons just plan on doing nothing. Like he didn't really say that. That's not what came out of Trajan's mouth. He said he wants to focus on the young development, but he's also going to keep his mind open. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think there was a report that the Pistons had apparently interest in making a move for Naz Reid. So again, even if that didn't happen or whatnot, he was still open to the idea of possibly making that move, which shows that he's not closed-minded to just, hey, we're sticking with our guys and that's all. Like he's not doing that. So I feel like at this point, and also knowing that, again, we talked about the growth of the young players, being able to know that they were able to take the Knicks to the 6th seed, or from the 6th seed, play them in the first round, take them to 6 games without a full healthy roster. No Stewart, no Ivy, basically kind of just making it work. Even through the regular season, we saw, JB and the Pistons win big games without, their top 3 guys healthy against, teams like the Sixers, teams like the Cavaliers at home. Like that lends to a little bit of the credibility of what his patience, the plan of his patience is. Like, and then seeing that Cade, who again has not had a star next to him the entire span of his career yet, the fact that he's been able to make these
Oh, did I
point
lose him?
lends to the ability to be patient. Like, I have no problem with him wanting to do that. That's been working right now, and he has the affordability to kind of be patient for right now. He doesn't have to do it like the Magic just did. That's not where their timeline is right now.
Yeah, I think to me it's more of an OKC approach where
Mhm.
you're just adding talent in the draft and you're getting marginally better like every year. Like I saw old press conference from Sam Presti like 3 years ago, and a reporter asked him if he was going to make a big move, and he's like, "No, we're just going to stay the course. We're going to keep developing, keep hitting draft picks and stay patient," because he didn't really see a point. And like to be fair, like OKC had way more draft picks available than the Detroit Pistons do, but even with all those draft picks, they've never really made a big swing on a trade. I mean,
Facts.
they've added like free agents like a Hartenstein. They traded for Alex Caruso, which was a highway robbery from the Chicago Bulls, if you ask me. I mean, Josh Giddey's a good player. He's about to get paid. But I mean,
Mhm.
kind of the OKC approach, I think, is what the Pistons want to do is just, be patient, keep building, keep growing with your young guys.